There you go. Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing? Get that set up. Sorry, I am using my laptop, not at home. And I am in East Texas. So I'm with my family here in East Texas. We're trick or treating. And it's going well. Happy Halloween to everybody out there. Welcome to my Manic Mondays, the movie and mental health show, where we just, it's an interactive vlog where I, CJ Robles, take you on a journey on what I've been up to and how I handle my mental health. So, welcome to the Indie Escape Network, where creators unite. This is Halloween days. This is where we tend to have a good time here at the Indie Escape days like this. Big old conventions and horror conventions is how we got started, and this is how I'm here. And yeah, so check it out. I had to think quick because I literally got off of work. I had to set everything up, bring everything with me, and then we headed to East Texas. So I had to grab my quick ghost face. Kind of in the theme for this weekend for the Big Texas Comic Con in San Antonio. The trio from Scream was there. Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, and Jamie Kennedy were there. So it's gonna be kind of a Scream episode in a way. I've always been happy that the year before Scream came out in 1995, Scream came out in '96, but in 1995, I went to the Walmart. We had to get a outfit, and I literally got together, got I got the Ghostface mask. This is right before the movie Scream came out. I got Ghostface. I got the a Grim Reaper outfit, and I just got some gloves and I put them on, and I was literally Ghostface the year before. And I gotta find that photo. One of my aunts has it, but yeah. Hey, what's up, Joe Ridgely? Hey, good to see you too, brother. Good to see you again. We it was a cool little video. Um, put this going. Here we go. Drunk turkey, dude. We were at the concert. Dude, I didn't see any of y'all. You know what? I ran into two people from Del Rio. I didn't see too many people. But I did. I'm happy. God, I wish I would have saw y'all guys. I didn't stand still. I was moving everywhere. I was like, dude, conventions. Let's do this. Let's bring it in. And yeah, I also was wearing my glasses, and apparently I pulled off a pretty good Clark Kent. At work, I wore my glasses, and people were like, "Yo, Clark, I didn't even know it was you." I was like, "What, Clark Kent, yeah, dude?" I was like, "Okay." And then as I went to the convention, people were like looking at, like, "Oh, it's you," and I was like, "Yeah, just I don't know. I guess glasses make a big deal." But I have been wearing my glasses a lot because of my allergies and just my contacts burn. Like right now, like my right eye is like a little blurry just because I took a nap on the way over here, and then my contact still hasn't really. But we went around. We went around the town, a small little town, and we went and we did the trick or treating. It was fun. Well, I don't have a photo up of MC, but he was a little mouse. I'll probably be posting those social media later. But let's get talking to what I want to do because I'm only gonna be on for a little bit. I got to get the family back. We gotta head back to Austin, but I did want to share a little bit because I got some stuff coming up. I do have a guest next week too. Hopefully that will still go through. And it's a repeat offender on this show. Good old Mark from 1970 horror classic movies. He'll be jumping on. Oh, before I start jumping into it, let's talk about the motivational quote that I picked today. I didn't even like really like try to I didn't really try to like look for this. I just literally motivational quote and I looked it up. But I actually like the name too. John C. Maxwell's the person I got, and he said small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. And he's the writer of Laws of Leadership. Now I have read a lot of books on leaders, how to be a great mentor, how to do all these books on just self development, and I haven't come across this one. Maybe I have, I just didn't really, maybe the title or something. But I was just looking at this and I was like, man, that's true because that's basically what this episode is going to be about. A short little episode of what I have for us for later. But I had a great conversation with a celebrity, or I don't want to call him celebrity, like just a great human being, and we sat down and had a talk, and it was a great one on one. But I didn't even mean to like pick this for leadership because I did see this individual as a great leader, and we'll get to that closer towards the end of this show. But I did want to share a little bit of that. But I do like this. I do love that the fact that this quote right here: small disciplines, repeated consistency, every day lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. So it just means every day you show up and you do it and you do it and you do it, and it doesn't matter whatever it is. You show up and you do what it is you have to do. So in some senses of you want to go to the gym and work out, you have to do it every day. You want to get better, things like that. And that's kind of what I got when I did one of my interviews this weekend. That I was like, stay consistent, stay good, stay going. But for the most part, let's talk about Big Texas Comic Con in San Antonio, Texas this past weekend. Oh man, it was awesome. I had a great time. There's a lot of things I did. I have a lot to like share, so I'll slowly, gradually share on social media. But we had a lot of great people. I don't have all the photos I have with me, but I do have a lot of photos that I did take, and I have a few people that I met. And yeah, let's get started. Well, I will get started with I got. Let's see. I didn't do this all too right, but check it out. Boom. Look at that in character, Glenn Jacobs, better known as Kane from WWE. Wrestlers, you gotta love them, man. They tend to they tend to abuse their body, and really it's a hard thing to do. I don't know how it is nowadays. I heard it's a little bit different, but you remember, he's there in character. Kane, got to meet him, got to get a signature for him. I will share this. Let me load this real quick, but I will share what I got from the convention from him, which I thought was amazing. Just to meet him, his line wasn't like, he was only there for a little bit of time. He wasn't there for like he wasn't there like the whole time. He was only there Saturday, but he was there signing autographs, and he had a huge line. But I'll tell you this much: he signed everybody's autograph. I think everybody met him. I think at one point I looked over, and his what do you call it? His booth area was down to like the last like 4 or 5 people, and I was like, that's pretty cool that he like chilled here and he waited to like meet everybody. It feels like it was like probably a wait, but I mean it was totally worth it. And for Halloween purposes, he's also in a movie with a sequel called See No Evil. Back when WWE was starting to make a lot of movies, they've been the 2000s and the late early 2000s and the late 2000s and I guess 2010s is what you call it. They had that. He did this movie, so I don't know if you've seen it. I say check it out. But good old Glenn Jacobs, Kane. But I also got Max's gift a little early. This is Christmas gift. Got it made out to him. So, that I saw that at Target, and I just had to get the little action figure. And then got to have a really, really good conversation with. Well, let me just show you. Oh no, sorry, wrong person. I hit the wrong. Did I not upload it right? Oh, I didn't upload the photo properly. Hold on. So that right there was Rashiki. He was WWE. He's a world champion. He's let's see if I can find a photo of him in his what do you call it? In his wrestling outfit. Yeah, sorry, I was trying to do this show and be at 2 places at once. Here we go. Let's show you this winner. This is the photo I almost got of him to sign, but let's see. He's this gentleman right here. You'll know him. Boom, look at that. That's his name. There he is. The winner. He's huge. The guy's like, he's awesome, cool little person, cool personality, cool little conversation I had with him. It was awesome. Just to kind of get to, I like talking to wrestlers, man. They have like a more of a down to earth like understanding. They're usually a little bit older than me, and they're just really like laid back. Majority of them. Some of them are extremely can be extremely some can be a little bit on the wild side, but they tend to be cool. But where did I put that other photo at? Like it's cool because now like that I can literally work off of my my computer. I have a laptop now, so I literally can take myself anywhere. And this is what I'm doing right now. This is kind of like a little beta testing, just a little bit, just so I can kind of get the feel. I do have a feeling that it's coming in good with the audio. Here we go. Here's the photo I want to share real quick because I did have a really awesome conversation with Dante Bosco. Sorry, I said his name wrong. I did have a great conversation with him, and we all know him as Rufio from the movie. There's a Hook, so he was the bad boy in that one, the good bad boy. He had a great. I mean, there he is with Robin Williams doing his little he was like the, I guess what you would say, he'd push the character, he'd push Peter Pan's character to become Pan, I believe. But yeah, he's like, he said Lost Boys forever, which I thought was great on the signature. And there he is right there. It looks amazing. Had a great conversation with him. He's doing stuff right now. He made this movie last year with his brothers, and it's called The Fabulous Filipino Brothers. And the IMDb description says it is a follow around four brothers and their shenanigans. So I'm gonna give this a watch when I get the chance. So yeah, I'd say give it a shot. Give Dante's movie a shot. See where it's like. I didn't actually see where it's located, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty easy to get a hold of. So we're, like I said, I was going to hanging out with the cast from Scream as well. I'd seen them go, like they were like at like what, Rhode Island Comic Con. They were at Texas Frightmare, I believe, at Colorado Springs as well. And then this time they came, to Texas, so I was like, I had to go see them because it was Skeet Ulrich, Jamie Kennedy, and Matthew Lillard. And yeah, it was. I had a great conversation with all three of them. It was really hard to get a hold of, to talk to Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich. Jamie Kennedy, this time, not the other times, it was like I could not get to him, but this time I was able to. I don't know, it was kind of weird. Like I got there and he was like just by himself, and before he got crowded, and I got to talk to him and I had a nice little conversation with him. But he is I support him on Patreon, so I talk to him once in a while on that. There he is, Jamie Kennedy, took the selfie. Great, gave me great advice on stand-up. Just a quick little stand-up conversation we had, and more or less get to it, Junior kind of talk. But I mean, everything he has to say is great advice. But it was an awesome little conversation I had with him. He's been here. Too cool. He was in Jeff Speakman's movie too. Yeah. What do you call it? He was also in. Was it The Perfect Weapon? I think I have it here. Did I upload it? No, I didn't upload it. I took a screenshot of it though. I was gonna be just that he was he did a lot of Dante did a lot of movies when he was younger. I mean, he's done a lot of movies now too, so he's been relevant. And Jamie Kennedy, if you get a chance, just like he's open about like just like his experience in Hollywood, so that's why I do like a lot of his videos there. He's just I like people that are just genuine and just open about things. Don't really like not trying to like stir the pot or just have just good for conversation. But how long have I been going on? 13 minutes. I told the fam I'd be done in about 25 minutes. So let's get into the meat, because we got a drive ahead of us, and then I got to be up super early to get back to work. But unfortunately I did meet Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich. I just didn't. I don't have those photos with me, and I met Billy West. Also met quite a few people. Got to meet Mario Lopez again, and then Mark Paul Gosselaar. So a few those photos we posted. Zach Morris, still one of my favorite people to talk to. I can tell from the first time I met him at Colorado Springs, so now, because I think he's had quite a few in between. I don't know if Colorado Springs was his first convention or one of his first, but I could see how he was figuring it out. And this time, he was like comfortable taking photos, like hey. He was coming around the table taking selfies. He was. I was like, oh cool. He's like, he gets it. Like he's got it down. And it was great to like hang out with him again. Man, there's so many things that I took video of, but I just haven't had time to upload a lot of it. But I'm gonna throw out the videos of how my experience went there. I love conventions. I got to talk to a lot of comic book artists or comic book creators, not really the artists or writers who just create comic books. And I'm doing a segment on that for future episodes or just future clips I want to start doing. And I learned a lot from this convention. Now, San Antonio conventions, I hear people sometimes say like they're not good or they're not as popular as other conventions, but I think they're awesome. I think they're amazing. I mean, I got to like talk to Robert Englund at the San Antonio Comic Convention for like 20 minutes, and that like doesn't happen because he didn't really have a line at a certain point where everyone was leaving, and then I was just listening to him, talking to him. And I don't think I would have ever got that at any other conventions. But that was like a weird one. Like the first convention I went to, I got to hang out with Robert Englund, and ever since then I've been to like 4 conventions he's been at, and it's so hard to get a hold of Freddy Krueger. Even just to take a picture with him was a challenge. But I'll say that things you start learning as you go. You do these things, and the more I'm starting learning from people from the conventions and just being there and having a good time. Because it is for me like it's the way I see it. It's a short amount of time where it's like a bubble, and it just happens to open up a little bit, and then people come inside, and we all have the same likeness. I mean, we like the same things. We all get along with the same kind of culture. The whole like what do you call it? Just getting along with everybody. I love it there. Like there's not really any animosity. I will say some of the San Antonio volunteers are a little bit more on the rougher side, but I think that's just because it's San Antonio. I'm from the area, so I get it. But I love it. Like they're trying. I think San Antonio is still a good hotspot. I love the conventions in San Antonio. I think those have been the most intimate ones I've had. Like all the ones I've gone to. And man, in this one I couldn't have really asked for a better convention. And then I miss Fridays because Friday night I miscalculated. I just being human, I thought that I was helping Alan out, Alan Danziger, Chainsaw Jerry, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974, my boy. I was helping him out on Friday night setting up because I've been helping him out with conventions, and we went to I thought we were going to Bolverde, which is by San Antonio, but it was Balcones, which is in Austin. But I'll say this much: we did have Paris Rando show up. Got to hang out with Paris again, which is always fun. He's a great actor, and we're all hanging out. And Paris actually, he showed up with. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Sorry, my computer is. There we go. Oh, sorry. All right, Paris is actually showed up with an actor named Eric, who was dressed up as Leatherface, and man, he was the part. He was like legit, and that's like what I love about these. Like, this is just tiny conventions. Only like 2 of us or 3 people there, and it was more of a haunted house thing, and just someone like that goes for. I mean, he had everything legit. Like they're like, this dude's legit. The walk, everything. We just need to get him a chainsaw that goes crazy loud. But seeing things, people just giving into characters and bring them to life and spending time with them, I love that. So with meeting, like I waited to meet the Scream guys till the end of the very end, because it was just like it was insanely busy for the whole corner where they were at, where where you had Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, and James Kennedy. It was not a mess, but it was just a lot of people. But right next to him, there was a gentleman there who had a crowd the whole time he was there. And I waited to the end too to get with him, because it was just like, there's just no way, man. But then I heard he said he doesn't do caps, so he'll meet all his fans. And I was like, really? All right, I'll wait a little bit. I want to meet him, because I think I was gonna meet him online. He's doing a meet and greet online with GalaxyCon. So I was like, I can meet him there, but I don't meet him here, so it's not a big loss. But just watching him, I see this gentleman, and I've been following him for a long time, since the Power Rangers, since I was a kid. But just recently, like the last 6 or 7 years, I started following him on IG and on Instagram. Instagram, he was always posting very positive things, and I started just really following a lot of his content, and I really started being like, dude, he's evolved way beyond something that I would ever like. I know, not to think of, just beyond, like, he's evolved as just such a great person, beyond what any label of like a teen star, because he was like already, I guess 20 or 19 when he started Power Rangers, so he was very, very young. He's been in the business for a while, and I had a great time meeting him. But just watching him interact with people, watching him talk, watching him, like he's doing like kicks for kids, showing them how to do kicks. So he's a martial artist. He's listening to him. He's and for people, just to let you know, it's a lot of energy and a lot of time to talk to people, to do these. So these convention people are people. They are human beings as well. So it does fatigue. It does get tired. But there he was doing it, shaking hands and kicking, doing roundhouses and stuff. But that gentleman was Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger from the original Green Ranger from Power Rangers. But he's been able to build off that, like himself, like create himself, like to see where he's at now. Dude, the guy is like no BS, man. The guy is like straight up legit. I did not see this coming. I did not know what I was going to get myself into, like talking to him. But I'm so happy that I got to meet him. I'm so happy that I got to sit down and talk to him. Like, it was just, I interviewed him, and it went by so fast. I didn't even know what it was like. I was like, there's no way this is really happening. Like, it's just the way he told me, I'm going to come back and get you. And I was like, all right, cool. And then like he went to take a break because everyone was gone. It was the end of this. I mean, this is already the end of the event. Like not the end of a time frame or slot or any. This is at the end of the event. He was there Saturday all day Sunday, and he had people the whole time. I mean, the event ends at 6. I had this interview around 6:30. He was still hammering it in, you know. And I don't know if it was for design the way they put it in, but that was kind of like the best way they can put that corner. Was just, I mean, there's tons of people in other lines, like they did it right, but that corner, I was like, wow. As it started getting less and less, I was like, I didn't realize how much space is actually here until everyone's gone. But him, like, I, you know, just talking, and I you know, I just said, hey, my name's CJ Robles. You know, just I got a mental health show with movies, and he was like, oh, you do, huh? He says, you do interviews? I go, yeah, I interview. I'm working on it. Oh, you want to? Yeah. And I asked him, I go, man, if you ever want to come on the show, Phil Morgan. And he was just like, yeah, sure. Just do it now, right now. And man, he made it happen. I mean, walking with him, it was kind of crazy because everybody recognizes him. So it's like everybody wants to take photos and video. He don't care. He's just walking. I mean, the guy is entrepreneur. He's got a great mindset. He's educating all the time. He's got like this mentor mentality, which I love. But I have a few little clips here for the viewers that I'm gonna. I got. I mean, I talked to him for like an hour and 20 minutes. I got to hang out with him. We had like, it was. I haven't done this. I've never actually sat down and interviewed someone like this, and I'm working on it because of the podcasting and the broadcast. I mean, broadcasting and podcasting, and I'm getting better at it. But I haven't done this in a minute, and just to do it on the spot. I mean, dude, thank you, JDF, man. Like, that was awesome. So let me share a little clip with y'all, and I hope the audio comes. I think I set it up for the audio to work. But I'm gonna play a little clip, and this one's a minute. I think the other one's like 2 minutes. But I just want to like to show y'all like how like down to earth this guy is, and I just picked little parts of it. Like there's 2 clips, but here I'm gonna share this one with y'all, and let's get this going because I can't wait to edit this interview because he's man locks eye contact with you, talks to you like. I'm looking back at the video. I'm looking at myself like, God, I wasn't even prepared for this, but I don't care. It happened. So, without further ado, here's a little clip of the video.
It was my first poem, and I have lots of poems. And the only way I can really express myself is through like poetry, metaphors. I'm not good at grammar. You're not gonna see periods. You're not gonna see commas, but it shouldn't matter about the grammar. It should matter about the heart.
Yeah.
So as you said, I started looking back. You know, I deal with ADD, ADHD, a lot of mental health issues. I wrote a film called In My Head. It was a 9-minute film, and it talks about, it's me talking to 9 different people. Doesn't mean I have all different personalities, but I want to connect to everyone that has issues. And one of the issues was suicide, and he wasn't there. And then this was all happening in my mind. So I looked at the camera, I said, this is something you'll never see because it's in my head. So then I started realizing that it's just a label. It really is a label. And I know it's issues we deal with, but it's a label. Oh, you have bipolar. Oh, you have anxiety. They start labeling you.
That's where I have
in
the
school.
Yeah.
You know, with bullying, I wrote a poem called Bully. And if you watch the poem, I used to be bullied. And so through the martial arts, I developed this discipline. But as you get older and you realize, maybe it's okay to talk about this. You express yourself, boom, get shut down. You know, you let your walls down, boom, you get hurt. So I'm an A3 black belt. I'm a tough guy. And they say, you write poetry? It's harder to write poetry in your feelings and talk about what you feel than it is fighting for me.
That's what I had here for you.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so there's a part of the interview I had. Hey, what's up, Daniel? What's going on? I mean, it's a straight up raw interview. We just talked, and man, the amount of information that I gathered from him, and the way he shared it, and the way he spoke to me, had a conversation with me. I always be grateful for this guy, dude. He took this time to talk to me about certain things, certain topics that are close to me about what I do. I'm learning about my show. This show started organically on Facebook, and we brought in the Escape Network, and we're learning as we're going. And I'm learning what my show is now. The more I put time into it, Scott Meany did give me a lot of great pointers where to start from. and I just kind of went there with just following my instinct and whatnot. And now I'm like, I had this interview. Like I can't wait to edit it. I can't wait to throw it out there because he's genuine. He's it's some of these people like they treat it like a business because it has to be. But the way that he's just kind of like bearing it, throwing it out there, I was like, whoa, this is cool. Like feel like I've known you for a while and we're having friends. Yeah, like that was amazing. Can't wait to see the rest. Yeah, like Joe, I gotta say, like it was boom, boom, boom. So we're sitting down, we're talking, we're getting to know each other. He let me tell you what he did. He let me talk first so he can get to know me a little bit better before I interviewed him. It was so cool. Like in the beginning of the interview, I'm like, why am I talking for like 3 minutes, 4 minutes? Why? He was asking me questions. He was getting to know me, and I was like, oh, okay. I was giving myself a hard time when I started watching it right now. I was like, what the heck? Um, oh, let's see. Big Blue in the house. We met JDF as well. Awesome guy. That's awesome. He did an interview. Yeah, dude, he's so cool, man. He's I gotta say, man, he's cool. Like it's he's a go guy, man. He's a go, like and then in the interview you'll see like he does share with me his favorite movie, acting scenes, like certain things that I'm like, man, he's saying to me, and I'm like, the clicking in my head, I'm like, oh, boom. And even when I describe, he asked me a certain, we'll watch the video, but it's like it's so cool how he does a lot of the just sitting there and having a conversation with a guy that's been doing this for a long time, that has a lot of experience, that he's got other things to do, he's got businesses to run, he's got so much things, and there he is taking the time to talk to a fanboy, whatever you want to call me, and to see how what kind of reaction he gets, because he does something that I know he said it in the interview, but I caught it, that he does, like, he treats us all the same, and he does. I mean, the same thing Robert Englund, and that's another thing. You get a chance to meet Freddy Krueger, which I totally say do it, but I don't want the line to get longer, but I would love that line to get longer just so more people should see him. But when you meet Robert Englund, he's going to talk to you. He is going to like remember you. You're gonna have a great conversation, even if you're just standing there just watching him talk to somebody else. He's great. He's a great person. Kevin Smith, the same way, man. Kevin Smith's constantly doing something. Boom, 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 boom. When you meet Kev, he takes his time. Hey, how's it going? How are you doing? Hey, what's going on? He recognized me from an event that we were at, and he's like, how'd you do at the event? I was like, oh shit. He recognized me. He's like, let's see, what we got, Daniel? He says he's a cool guy. Jamie and Danny got his autograph, and he had to go to the queue and was very apologetic. Yeah, the Q&A, I believe, or yeah, and that's another thing, man. He, even at that, like that Q&A that he did at Big Texas, JDF, boom, 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 all that information. I was just sitting there like, oh god, like this guy's just like hitting us with knowledge. And then it was like 5 minutes left, and he was like, "Are you all done? You're good," because I gotta get back to my people, because he was like, he loves the fans. That's what we're here for. We're here for him, and he's like, this interview's amazing. He really opened up for me. So I'm gonna share clip 2. I'm already hitting 29 minutes. I told the fam I'd be out of here by like 25, but I secretly, I told him it'd be 35 minutes because people want to hang out, I guess. So I'm gonna do clip 2, and then we're gonna I'll come back.
And then I'm gonna have my head just go like this. So there's a moment in that moment where a lot of that stuff can settle. Depression, anxiety. I've had anxiety on stage before, and you'll never know. Yeah. You'll never know when my mom died and I'm signing autographs. You know what I mean? Because that moment will take you away. Meaning, that's my dojo. So when I started training, that was a place where I would go and forget about all my problems. But it's somewhere I went too much. Okay. Because the problems were developing, and I had an acting coach named Howard Fine, saved Brad Pitt's career on one movie, and he would tell me one thing: when you come to my class, drop your luggage at the door. And that's what I tell my students: drop your luggage at the door. So every time I dropped my luggage at the door, it got bigger and bigger. So I wrote a poem called Luggage, where your luggage became so big and so heavy that you're gonna have to deal with them sometimes. So you let it build up. And that's what mask is all about. Mask means take it off before you wear it too long, because it's gonna melt on your face and you're never gonna be able to express who you are. Yeah, you know what I mean? I know. So the the true answer of, I like to be transparent with people, and that's one of the things in life that I've always been. I've never been able to figure out my timeline on the balance between personal, business, mental health, all that stuff. I wasn't able to balance it because I've been on my mark. Stand there on your mark, and that's where I disappear. And that's where I can become myself. But then there's darker versions that you have to go through in order to hit the mark. So maybe I spent there a little too long. But now, during masking those 3 years, I'm realizing, hey man, what do I do with my time off? Things start developing, and so I'm learning and figuring out that way, but also being blessed in my beliefs and by people around you. And Branches was written for one.
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. Sorry about that. I muted because of you. All right. Anyway, sorry. I wanted to give him a shout out, JDFFN. If you're trying to find him on Instagram. Yeah. Thanks, guys. I forgot I muted it. Yeah. But yeah, go to follow his Instagram, and the guy. Also, he did in the interview. And I'll be big on this. When us fans or whoever, when you reply to somebody or you reach out to somebody, even myself might be doing something, might not be able to get. So, you know, wait a little bit, or if it's not the end of the world. There's time between to do other things and to learn other things. But yeah, if you follow him, just follow him, JDFFN, and that's Jason David Frank. But I have a full interview. We talked for about an hour and 20 minutes. Gonna cut it down a little bit, clip it out. I got some ideas what I want to do with it, when I want to go with it, but I want to get it out soon. I want to get back to him. But if you ever see him on any socials, or you see him at a convention and you've had questions about anything, or you just want to meet an awesome person who's literally like navigated his life, since he was a kid in the entertainment business, and it's awesome. He gave me a lot of life advice. He gave me a lot of things to just kind of just little like little tricks here and there. Just not tricks, but like little reassurance. I'll call that reassurance. That I was like, that's awesome that he's doing that. But like I said, I'll have the video out whenever I can. I'm trying to get it out by this week. We'll see what we can do. I hope everybody's having a happy Halloween. It's almost over. Let's take the end of the Halloween, and let's enjoy it. Oh yeah, also wanted to give a shout out to some birthday people that I know. I know Frankie Soto's birthday today. Happy birthday, Frankie! And also Levi Patterson. It's his birthday too. Got some cool Halloween babies here. That's cool, bro. Happy Halloween. Yeah, dude. Happy Halloween, man. I yeah, I love this time of year. Getting dressed up, being the Eagles face. But other than that, like having a great weekend. It was a really good weekend for me. Just hands out like the whole thing. Stayed busy, but I enjoyed it. I enjoy this. The interview has really got me to really do this episode tonight, because I was like, I'm not gonna be in town at home, but I can bring my stuff. This is the point of me doing all this, so I can be at multiple places and still produce or do content, and trying to get it to where I can do it at a convention where I can have it. Wi-Fi and internet is the problem with that. And that's what I found out again at this convention. I don't know, I can say it's in the dome. I don't know what it is, but the Wi-Fi for a lot of these conventions don't really work that well. So it'd be like a really bad broadcasting. So I want to make sure it's good. But with that being said, I do have a lot of things to share. I will slowly be sharing them on my social medias. So remember, that's the CJ Robles 2.0, CJ 2.0. But what else I got here? I wanted to show real quick. Oh yeah, so I did find a little trinket here that I got, and I'll end it with this with this joke. So I'm the pop funk. I'm not big on those, but I have some, and I understand why they're pretty important now. Just the detail that comes with them, the story, the history with those things. I like them, so I have quite a few now, and I think I have important ones, because I'm kind of just collecting those. But I did get one the other day, and I thought it was funny the way I took the whole aspect, the whole thing. Let's get plus they kept stopping people from recording. Yeah, so when you go to a convention, remember, you can't like I we went to a private room to do the interview. You can't you can't fame if you're recording your like if there's a celebrity here, you can't like record them doing stuff. Like there's a zone in there where all celebrities that you can't record. But you can't record at them, but they don't say anything about recording out. So you could. No, I'm not giving you any bad advice. Don't do that. Don't record at all. It's because that's how they make their money. That's what a lot of people do. It's like you can pay $30, $40 for a photo of the person, but don't go around sneaking a shot. Defeats the purpose of the whole convention. So maybe we can get down on some stuff too. But that's the whole point of being there. And like they're expensive. Some of them can be. They add up. Not all of them. But if you plan it right and you do your do your little budget there and you save for who you want, they tell everything on the website. And even the cool thing is, like the Predator guys were there. I budgeted out. I didn't get them. Plus also too, cash is king in these conventions. So when you run out of cash, it's hard to meet celebrities. But there were a lot of people using Square, using a lot of the credit cards. So that was cool. That was an upgrade. There's also something that I got to share, but I don't have anything on it right now. But I got a really cool thing coming my way. It's very unique, and it's very very my Manic Mondayz. But with that being said, I'll leave it at this final this final. So at the Pop Funk, there was a lot of them, and I saw one that stuck out right away, and I was like, oh, I need to get that. And I go, I saw it Saturday, and I talked to the guy, the owner, or the worker, and then I was like, it's there tomorrow, I'll get it. But he had said that he already got out of he had sold a few of them. So I was like, all right. And then I looked at it and I saw what it was. And this is how I approached the guy. I go, hey man, how much is this pop funk? And it's this one. Look at that. I got a silent bomb. This is from 2014. But I got a silent pop. I told the guy, I go, hey man, how much for that Kevin James Silent Bill? The guy goes, he gave me like a meh. You better do that. So I'm wearing that Clerks 3 shirt. And he goes, really, Clerks 3? You're gonna say that? And I was like, yeah, I'm just messing with you. That's why I got the Clerks 3 shirt on. But I thought that was cool. I got a Silent Bob one. That was cool. So adds to the collection. Oh, sorry, I still got this going up. But yeah, let's see. There we go. If you will remember, ending the show right now. But remember, if you want to keep up with the Indie Escape Network, we have shows on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. I go Friday too, so we got do we have shows 7 days a week? Sorry, I've been in the trenches a little bit, but come on and hang out with us. Talk movies, talk pop culture, talk art, talk music. We talk it all, and we keep it here for everybody. And conventions is what we do, and it's where we keep it fresh. I am limited here in Texas, but I can go to places, so we'll see where else I pop up. I think I might shut it down for the rest of the year on conventions. There's still one more that I might do, but it's gotta be on the wire. But I doubt I'll be able to make it. But if I can, we'll see. But I did want to say thank you everybody for listening, and I'll have the interview out shortly. I have a lot more of my my videos out, meeting a lot of the celebrities and artists. I met a lot of great artists. But I gotta go, everybody. Happy Halloween. Thank you, and we'll see y'all next week with my guest, Mark from 1970. Mark at 1974 Mark at 1970 horror movies on IG, so look him up. He'll be on next week, and we'll talk shop. I've watched a few of the 70 horror movies we need to talk about, but we're gonna keep Halloween going, I guess. So everybody, you have a good night, and be safe out there, and happy Halloween. Enjoy your evening. Hoo hoo ha ha.